Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, across the country, around the world. Welcome back to the Kerbal Space program. Today, we are going to start establishing our first space station in Kerbin orbit. I'm actually going to dock this with the fuel probe I left up there. We've actually got a few missions that are Kerbal Space Station. I mean, build a Kerbal Space Station, Kerbal Orbital Station. Oh, they disappear. That's annoying. Crew at least 2, etc., etc. Orbital station here, though. Capacity 5, bunch of electricity, stability for 10 seconds, and of course, antenna and docking port can generate power. We're also going to do this one because we're going to launch it up with a probe. We're not going to launch it up manned yet. I'll send up a mission with some people to populate it later, so we'll satisfy that one. For now, it's just going to be supporting 5 Kerbins and remote Kerbin docking. So, that being said, let's get to building our space station. We're going to start this off really basic, nothing fancy, just enough life support. This is really just the HAB module bits. Not any of these guys, not even a cupola yet. We're going to go, let's see, utility for capacity 4. What is this? Oh yeah, bigger ones, huh? Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna keep it really straightforward and simple. We need a crew capacity of 5 though, so that's a crew capacity of 4. You are just too big. You also have a crew capacity of 4. I don't really want to do anything again that big yet. But I have to do something. Right? Although, I mean, actually, you know what? Maybe we should. This is a crew capacity of 1. Boop. But that gives us a crew capacity of 5. So it would, yeah, 1, 2, 4, 5. So that will satisfy all the needs, but we're not going to put anybody on it. And in fact, this window is going to be covered. Yes, this one will be covered. It will be covered with a few things. We're going to give it a probe core, and we're going to give it a docking port as well. No, that's just too much. It includes one propellant, so that's cool, but no. We're going to give it like a regular docking port. Boop, there we go. So unfortunately, if you're looking inside, you're going to be blocked by that stuff, but that's okay. So this is what we're going to dock onto the... what's it called that's there right now. So that's kind of, this is kind of the core of our space station, these bits, but we're going to give it some utility bits as well, and of course solar panels, etc., etc., etc. So we'll move on with that. Let's see, let's give it life support. Ooh, cool looking takey things. Anyway, I'm sorry, life support. We're going to go with just supplies, the 2.5 meter, and that should be life support for a long time with 0 crew. With max crew, that's a year's worth of life support. So that's plenty, and I don't intend to send anybody up there for very long. Do I want to... Yes, I want to add something on this side here. Let's see, coupling. We want the, no, maybe it's structural. Yes, I want this guy because I want to put a docking port here on the down, well, which is going to be kind of nominally down, I guess. That, and then I want coupling. I want to put a docking port on. Oh, come on. Actually, I could just, I don't need this guy because the docking port will just boop right up on that on its own anyway. Good. It's not blocking a hatch, not doing anything like that. Oh, right. Speaking of kind of, quote, life support down here, we're going to give it the big battery. I think the basic requirement, active. Yeah, okay, that's going to be great eventually. Orbital docking, that's going to be this as well. Orbital station. So it's going to have satellites. For power, 2500. Yeah, and this is going to have 4000, right? You're 4000? Yeah, so we're fine with that. That'll be just fine and dandy. And the thing that's going to be on here is already a, what's it called, is a, has 2 Gigantor solar panels on it. Sorry, words are hard sometimes. Although, I'm thinking, instead of this, do I have... Ah, I do. Yes. We're going to put this guy on there because that gives us... well, it gives us some options, I think. Yeah, it gives us options. This is, again, basic, but we're looking forward to... We're looking a little bit ahead. Coupling, Clampatron... Oh, hey, Q... There we go. X. Really? You don't want to, like... No, it doesn't. I have to do it 4 different times. That's kind of annoying. There. Alt copy, and it's Q. Boop. Alt copy, Q, Q, Q. There, alt copy, and this one should be, nope, 8, there we go. Good. So there's all the docking nodes we'll need for whatever expansions we want to make. If we want to add, well, we will add eventually a science module and whatnot. Actually, we don't need to put this guy here then, because we're going to have all the things. We'll dock this bit to the, sorry, I'm trying to look, don't have it yet, to the fuel pod that's there, and this will count as our unmanned thing. Yes, because there's nobody on there. And then from here we can add other modules and kind of an escape vehicle or something like that. So, let's see. We've got this, and that seems to be pretty cool. We've got power. We've got docking ports. All the docking ports. I want to... do I care about the... No. I want to, we need solar panels. I know I need solar panels. And I recently got some downloads for other solar panels that don't show up here. That's interesting. They're bigger, but they don't actually give more power than the Gigantor. The Gigantor is still kind of your best bet for stuff. We'll put you guys down. Actually, wait. I know what else I want to add to it, and that'll give me a little more space to build with too. We'll give it an RCS tank there. And then down here, we're going to cap it off with... Let's see. You? Yes. I like you. You're cool looking. Part of these station parts. Expansion stiff. And then we will, again, give it another docking port. Beautiful. So, that way we have a ship. We have a station, I should say. Lastly, again, sorry. Solar panels. We're just going to give it 2. There. That should be good. We'll try to line this up with the solar panels up here. Let's see what this thing says. Empty crew cabins, short range antenna. Ah, yes, we need an antenna, of course. Antennas. We'll give it... That's just overkill. We don't need relay antennas, not really, but we can give it a couple of relay antennas, just because. Boop. Cool. So we'll have a couple of relay antennas on there for funsies, because they look cool. Why not? Plus, oh, the way the probe can, you know, work. Do I want that? Actually, you know, I take it back. I don't want these big guys yet. I don't need them. We're just going to stick a couple of these guys on there. Just to give us some antennage for now, so that we have control with the probe. Because it's really all we need. I don't like... I want to clip these just a little bit. There. That way the probe core is kind of hidden inside. Good, that makes me happier. Right, so that should satisfy things. Let's double check. Nope. Orbital station around Kerbin. Again, for this basic one, and then this one, it thinks it wants a mobile processing lab, and that's fine. If we need to, we can always send another one up. I intend to. We can send a processing lab up and add it on. Plus, there's other missions that should be part of these station missions that'll say, add this, add that, add this, add that. Anyway, the basic orbital station, Clampatron, check. We have solar panels. Check. We have an antenna. Check. And 5 Kerbals, because 4 and 1 equals 5. Bunch of electricity, stability, and in orbit. Alright, cool. So this thing here should satisfy this basic mission. And then the other ones will expand and make it work as well. KSS Mark 1. And I'll think of a name for the station later once it's assembled, but for now this is what we'll have. Oh, so we've got the big RCS tank. We don't have any RCS, do we? So what are some of these? That's the main one. That's half. I kind of like the look of these kind of streamlined type dudes. So we're going to go with them. 4 down here. Ooh. And, oh, of course. And can't do it there. It'll block the hatch. Balls. Alright, so we'll do it here like we did last time. We'll kind of do it off on the sides there. So it's offset by a bit. Oh, those are weird. They recess a bit. Let's adjust that. Oh, there's no... That's annoying. Never mind then. We'll leave them the way they are. I'm sure there's a way to switch... Was it R? Relative? No. There's a way to switch relative. Absolute. Ah, local. That's what it is. I knew there was something to do that. So let's just pull these guys out just... Not that much. Let's kill snap so we can just do fine control so that it's just there. There we go. Better. It makes me a lot happier. So that'll allow us to maneuver and dock. After this, you've seen shuttle, or you've seen spaceship building. We'll build a small piece here with a poodle to get us into orbit and whatnot, and then we'll build the lander things. So I'm going to get building on those, and then I'll see you probably in space as we're approaching, just to establish the docking. Alright, so we've gotten this guy into orbit. I honestly didn't really even need this. I had extra fuel in the last stage. I ditched it because I just wanted to do quicker maneuvering with this, so I overkilled it with the Delta V. But that's okay, that's better. And we'll honestly keep this and transfer it to something else at some point anyway. So we've got this guy in a nice, even 150, nearly circular orbit. Oh yeah, and it did complete the basic contract. It did not, however, complete one of the other ones. Yeah, the SETI one, because it wants crew. And then we're going to do a remote docking right now because we're going to dock with the probe with any vessel. And we're actually going to do that right now. We are going to switch to the probe and fly it from there to dock with the station. It'll catch up in a bit. It might take a few orbits. We might let MechJeb do it. We'll see how it is. Yeah, this will be a nice addition of power, RCS, and battery, and fuel, I guess. Not that that other thing doesn't have tons of fuel. So, let's see. Nope, not what I wanted. I don't want the debris. I want the actual space station itself. Wow, really? That's obnoxious. I don't want the debris. I want the space station itself. Alright, well, in that case, I'm going to pop back to the Space Center tracking station and get rid of that debris just so it's not cluttering up my selections. So back with you in a second once that's cleared. Alright, so I've gone out and cleaned up the debris and also renamed it to the KSS Hab and made it a space station icon. So let's see, we are orbiting in a lower orbit, slightly lower, so we will eventually catch up, but not remarkably soon, at least not at that type of time warp. Let's let MechJeb figure it out for us. Create the node. That's going to happen in 3 hours. Okay. Unfortunately, though, at the fastest warp here is only 50 times, so that's going to take a bit. So again, we'll go back to the tracking station and make things go quicker through that magic. So 100 times, 1,000 times, maneuver nodes in 2 hours, 1 hour, maneuver nodes, I don't know how far away. Let's see what this says. 34 minutes. Sorry, I'm being a little careful. I didn't set an alarm for it, so we go a little faster. I'm being cautious. Alright, that's fine. We can get to it like this and let MechJeb do the maneuver and whatnot at this point. I could have time warped a little closer to it there, but I was not trusting myself or the game to stop me. I know Kerbal Alarm Clock would stop me if I'd set an alarm, but the game itself would just list it. It won't actually do it. It won't actually stop you. Alright, map. So, yeah, there's maneuver node coming up in 22 minutes. Execute. Do it. Do it to it, MechJeb. RCS? There you go. Thrust around, buddy. Good, 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 good. So it seems like having RCS on makes things wobble around a little bit more and doesn't let auto warp really kick in. But when you turn RCS off, I think it'll eventually drift into position better, maybe? No. Okay. Well, we'll just hit warp this way, and it should auto warp out. Yeah, I can't go any faster. That's fine. It should auto warp out at some point. Like, it might pop out at 9 minutes to reset itself, just because it does that. I'm not sure, though. That must be something. Not sure what, but that must be something. It's not our target. Well, it might be our target, actually. I should have it selected. I probably don't have it selected. No, I do have it selected. Yeah. Ah, there's our target. There she is. There's the hab. All right. Burning up so that we get our encounter over here. Separation of 0.3 kilometers. Beautiful. So we quick save. And then we warp over to about here. Oop, okay. Whoa. Okay, so let's go retrograde to it so that we are ready to slow ourselves down. Of course, we're docking on. Oh no, we're in the sunlight. There's the sun. Okay. We're gonna pass it really fastly though, so we're gonna go ahead and slow that down quite a bit to about there-ish. That's a little more manageable. And let's see. I believe you push the retrograde onto the target marker. Yes, that's what you do. So I'm slowing down, but I'm also altering our vector so that we have a closer intercept with the actual target. You push the retrograde, you pull the prograde, I believe is the thing that I've learned from Quill 18 and Scott Manley and a few others. Again, this is the same rendezvous type stuff as what we saw last episode. Okay, this is going to take a while. Let's let it... And there it is. There's a station. You can see it quite clearly there. And we are just a bit below it, which is okay. We're going to thrust up and over it, though. Alright, so... I don't have the target nods. I don't have the little tools I had on the last one. Oh well. Let's just point you up. Yeah, point it north. Then we can thrust up. At this point, we should be... Yeah, we're in just about the same orbit as this guy. We have matched, pretty much. I think I left this guy pointing more or less up and down, so that's kind of nice too. Yeah, darkness. No. Oh, we're going through a what's it called? An eclipse. A lunar eclipse? That's cool. Alright, so now I've got the docking port selected. I should get the little red marker. Yep, there it is. Alright, so let's... I gotta try to translate ourselves sideways. Let's see what is what. J is that way. Okay, actually, I can work with that. Yes, if J is that way, that's fine. That's sideways. That'll work just fine. We're going to translate and get lined up pretty well, and then I do want the solar panels of the two vessels to kind of line up a bit. Right now they're kind of at angles to each other, but I want them to be on the same plane so that if once we dock and expand, they're not going to be in the way. I mean, I can always close these guys. I can always retract them, but I'd rather not if I don't have to. Oh yeah, you're like spot on, nothing to it there. Boo. No power for you. So it feels like we're drifting a bit that way. Nope, that way. I want to drift down. Yeah, I don't want to drift too much. I'm actually going to go ahead and rotate myself so that the solar panels are on more or less the same plane. They'll be off by a few degrees, of course, because, you know, we're only human. Or Kerbin, if you like. Alright, stop drifting, stop drifting. Stop drifting that way. Yeah, this is coming together pretty well. Control from here. Not that it really matters all that much. Alright. It's coming together nicely. I think I want to stop any down... Oop, nope. Just one tap of that just made me go backwards. Eek! I don't think we're going to really get any of the markers lined up until the last second because we're coming at it so flat here. Although I can see the pink marker just catching up to us. Boop. Done. Docking complete. Hey, but I didn't... Why didn't... Aw. Didn't complete the probe? I just docked the probe. Aw, that's lame. I thought this would have completed this mission. Vessel any probe. It doesn't matter what kind. It should have just with any vessel. I did it. I just did it. Why did you not complete? It was a probe. What are you doing? Alright, do I have the thing that lets me... No, there's a mod somewhere. I don't know if I have it or not. Nope, that's Capcom. There's a mod that lets you fix when things don't work out. So that's annoying. Vessel, any vessel type probe. Oh, I wonder... Is it you? Are you the thing? Rename vessel. If I name you a probe... Aha! There it is! Because it was labeled as a station, it was not happy, but now it was a probe, so it's good. It's complete, but we're going to switch it back to station. There we go. Awesome. Okay. Probe and a probe. There. So now we completed the remote Kerbin orbital docking. Awesome. And we have our first space station orbit. Solar panels are decently aligned, only off by a few degrees. It's about where I wanted it to be. And again, we've got lots of fuel in here, a nearly full tank here as well. We'll leave those guys attached for now, and eventually expand the space station as necessary. Woo! That was fun, and not as stressful as I thought it might be. Kerbin orbital spaceship. So this one here, it needs 2 Kerbins on it, so we can send a few up with like a thing. I might add a science module to it, although, well, life support for this is no vessels. What are you talking about? No vessels. There's so much life support there, but there's nobody on it. Interesting. Very interesting. Anyway, docking complete. Let's go back. Well, let's quick save before we go back. Let's go back to the Space Center and check out. We should get some new missions now to expand our orbital station. All right, mission control, all spaces and stations. Oh, nothing there. Stations. Huh. Interesting. You would think to a base, research lab. Interesting. Without the research lab, unmet. Again, interesting. I'm curious if that thing is still considering itself a probe or what. But there should be some options to expand things. No, it's a hab. But there's nobody there. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it needs people on it so that it will register that it can be upgraded. I don't know. All these mods and things, I think they kind of conflict with each other. It confuses the game. It's so confusing. Available bases and stations. Yeah. Ah, station with crew. Should be in orbit, unmet, yeah. Oof. Communication to a base. Wow, okay, so a lot of these are to a base, to a base, to a station, to a station. Interesting. So I think I might send up the Thinker Research Lab, which is, I think, part of something. Even though it asks you to add one here, it doesn't realize that without it, unlocked it. So I've unlocked it because I've seen it in the build, the assembly menus. Oh, it's not in the science section, it's under utility. So there must be something somewhere with the mod that's not quite registering itself exactly correctly. Right? Because it's not... Oh, it is here. Yeah, so we researched it. I can pull it up. It's just a different module than the regular science module. Ooh, there, than this guy. I mean, comparing the two, it's a little bit bigger. It's a little fancier. I kind of like it. So we'll see. We might add that or this next. It all depends. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. If you like, hit subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your neighbors. Pass the word. I'm waiting for the screen to come back. That was a lame thing to say. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. If you like, hit subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your neighbors. Pass the word. I will catch you later.